Alright, well, hey there, guys. Weedman here, and welcome to the definitive fast food slash cancer food tier list. Alright, now look, I try to eat healthy. I do my best. I'll have salads whenever I can, and I try to pick the healthier options on this list. However, this food's good. Like, let's just be real. This food tastes the best out of anything. Except for home cooking. Any unhealthy option will always taste better than the healthy option, which is very, very unfortunate. So I've had a lot of this stuff. Some of the stuff on this list I've had more than others. Definitely some of them I've had more than others. Some of them I have had way too much. I've had way too much of some of these. So without further ado, without further introduction, I'm just going to go ahead and hop right into this tier list. Now, first off, we have Popeyes. No, I like Popeyes. I do. Popeyes used to be my favorite chicken place as a kid. I think, honestly, it still is. KFC is very good, but I'll cover that later. Very good chicken sandwiches. I love their spicy chicken. When I was a kid, it used to be too hot for me. And now as an adult, I don't even taste the spice. So that's kind of unfortunate. I do wish it was a little bit hotter, but I do like their variety. They have a lot of different things on their menu. However, I just don't really eat fried chicken that much because it is just so unhealthy. Like, out of everything on this list, Popeyes and KFC are probably the most unhealthy things, except maybe McDonald's. But so for that, I think I'm going to go ahead and put it in A because it is probably my favorite fried chicken place, but it is just so unhealthy I can't put it in S. And next we have Arby's. Now look, I am going to get some hate for where I put this, but personally, I love Arby's. I've always have since I was a kid. There's just something about the taste and the meat. That sounds gay. There's just something about Arby's that I've always loved. And I remember in high school, me and my friend, because there's an Arby's right near our school, and so every now and again we'd go over there and we would get a meat mountain. Now, a meat mountain is a sandwich that has every single type of meat they have there on it. And what also we would do is we would get an order of mozzarella sticks, open that bad boy up, and then put the mozzarella sticks in the meat mountain. Now, that was great. That was a fantastic time. I have very fond memories of those days. And honestly, I would go back to get a meat mountain. I'm not even going to lie. So for that reason, just because of the memories and the fact that I still like them, I got to go ahead and put them in S. Hate me if you want. I don't care. Arby's is fucking delicious. Next we have Chipotle. Now look, I like Chipotle. I do. I haven't gone there a whole lot, but I've been going there more recently because I've been on a little bit of a health kick, if you will. And honestly, out of all the healthy food options, especially on this list, I think I gotta go ahead and put them. I don't know. I gotta be careful because I don't want to put too many things in S. Let me see. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put Chipotle in A and then move Popeyes down to B. I think that's pretty fair. Yeah, I would put them in S because again, out of all the healthier options, they are really, really good. However, I haven't had them that much, and there's not really something that I crave. I'm saving S tier for the things that are good memories or I find myself craving or whatever. Next we have Domino's. Now Domino's is probably my favorite pizza place. Probably, yeah. I like the garlic herb stuff that they put on the crust. However, their wings are kind of god-awful, if I may be honest. Pizza Hut has better wings, honestly. And just because their wings are kind of god-awful more than not, I think I gotta go ahead and put them in B, unfortunately. I still like them better than most pizza places, but I can't put them in A because their wings are just fucking atrocious. Now next we have KFC. Now look, I do like KFC, probably just as much as Popeyes, honestly. But it seems like, I don't know, just KFC, it never really hit as well as Popeyes. I don't know. I do like their variety, and they have this orange peach Mountain Dew or whatever that is very phenomenal. A lot of good memories of KFC. A lot of in the early days of the channel, when I'd go over to Pool Boys, a lot of times we would get KFC. And I remember in the Cuphead on hard mode series, when we finally beat the bird, we went and had KFC. But honestly, just because I do like Popeyes better, I gotta put KFC in C. KFC in C. Next we have Del Taco. Now look, I like Del Taco. Del Taco is great. It's phenomenal. I love their steak and potato epic burrito. That shit slaps. However, every now and again, you'll go to Del Taco and it is just terrible. There was one time I was hanging out with some coworkers and we went to a Del Taco at midnight or 1 in the morning, and that was literally probably the worst fast food I'd ever fucking gotten. I would have put him in S, but because it's kind of inconsistent, I gotta go ahead and put him in A because you never really know what you're going to be getting with Del Taco. Next, we have Panda Express. Now look, I love Panda Express. Panda Express was my shit for a while, and it still is. It's Chinese food. I love Chinese. Well, okay, it's Chinese American food. It's not real Chinese food. I still love it though, honestly. Chow mein and orange chicken with sweet and sour sauce, top tier. And don't even get me started on the rangoons. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. S tier, without a doubt. The rangoons alone put them in S tier. Now next we have Jack in the Box. Now I have eaten too much Jack in the Box. I have way too much. Way too much. In high school, I would always get the 2 tacos because that's all I really could afford. I would go over there for lunch almost every single goddamn day. Get the tacos, get the ranch, maybe a soda if I was feeling flexy or if I had an extra dollar or two. And then after high school, I kind of stopped, but recently I've been going to Jack in the Box way too much because it's right next to my girlfriend's house and it's so quick and easy and it's always consistent. If you just want food and you don't care about the quality or how it's going to make you feel, you just go Jack in the Box. Like, there's no, you know what you're going to get. You know what you're paying for. You get what you pay for because it is so goddamn cheap. It's so consistent. I got to go ahead and put it in A. I gotta go ahead and put it in A. I think I'm going to go ahead and put it in high A. I think it's the top of the A. Now, next we have Pizza Hut. Now, look, honestly, I like Pizza Hut. Maybe better than Domino's. I don't know. Pizza Hut, it's kind of like Del Taco, where when it's good, it's really good. Pardon me, it's really good. See, Pizza Hut's kind of like Del Taco, where when it's good, it's really good, but when it's bad, it's really bad. Now, granted, it is really good more often than it's not, but it's really only good when it's fresh. And so if you get it like delivered and you live any sort of far away or whatever, it's not that good. And reheated, it's not that best. I gotta go ahead and put it in C. Would I put it above KFC? No, I wouldn't. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it like that. And next we have Carl's Jr. Now, Carl's Jr. is another one that I actually do really like. I have a lot of good memories of going there with my dad and brother in the mornings before we'd go on like little trips or whatever, and getting the breakfast sandwiches. Those are fucking phenomenal. They still are. However, I just don't go there that often. I don't know, something about it. I just don't really find myself like wanting it a lot. So even though I find the food to be really good, and every now and again I'm like, man, why don't I go to Carl's Jr. more? I just don't go. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't entice me to go over there. So I think I got to go ahead I think I got to put it in C just for that simple fact. Like, the food is very good, but basically everything else above it, I would actually like legitimately go out to get, except for maybe Pizza Hut. I think I'm going to go ahead and put it above Pizza Hut, actually. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Just because everything else I would actually find myself wanting to get it, versus Carl's Jr. is kind of more of a, well, it's here option. Alright, now next we have Wendy's. Now look, I used to absolutely hate Wendy's. I used to think that they were the bottom of the barrel quality of food, and it was literally the worst thing you could ever fucking buy and ever get, right? And so I didn't go to Wendy's for like probably a decade. You know what I mean? I just wrote it off like, oh, terrible food, terrible quality, whatever. And then I decided to give it a shot. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get one of their spicy chicken sandwiches, because it was during those days where everyone had a spicy chicken sandwich and everyone was losing their goddamn minds over it. So I tried it, and it legitimately still to this day, it was the worst chicken sandwich I had ever had. It was so thin, it was so dry, it was so much lettuce, it was so bad. And so I didn't try them again for another like year or two. And then the gym I started going to was literally in the same center as a Wendy's, which is kind of weird when you think about it. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'll try it again. I think one of my friends wanted to go there. I don't really remember. It was either that or they released that ghost pepper sandwich, which was actually really good. And so I've tried Wendy's more and more recently, and I do really enjoy it. I have discovered the wonders of the Frosty, or whatever it is they call their little shakes. The strawberry one was phenomenal. The peppermint one, don't even get me started. That was great. And honestly, their food is pretty fresh. Like, all things considered, they're probably one of the more fresher places on this list. So honestly, I think I gotta go ahead and put them in A. I think I'm gonna put them, honestly, I think I'm gonna put it above Del Taco, because it is more consistent and it is a lot more fresh than Del Taco. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put it there. Next we have Burger King. Why the hell are you going to Burger King? Why? You be nicer to yourself. You're better than this. You don't need Burger King. It's terrible. It's bad. The only thing good there was the soda machine. Actually, no, thinking about it, there have been some good times with Burger King. There was one time when they had that promotion where it was like 20 nuggets for like, what was it, like $10 or something? No, it was something ridiculous. It was like 10 nuggets for like $5 or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they had some ridiculous deal. And me and my friend, we ordered 80 nuggets at one time, and the worker wanted to fucking kill herself. So just because of that one memory and experience I have alone, it prevents me from putting it in F tier. I'm going to go ahead and put it in D tier. And also, again, as a kid, I have a lot of good memories going to Burger King with my grandfather. Their fries were really good for me, good to me for some reason back then. So just because of the good memories I have attached to Burger King, I'm gonna go ahead and spare it from F and put it in D. Next we have Sonic. Now Sonic's pretty good. I haven't gone there a whole lot, but I do have memories of going there when I was a kid, and I do go there every now and again. But honestly, I don't find myself going there that much. Same with Carl's Jr. Probably less so than Carl's Jr. Honestly. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna replace these two. Put it below Pizza Hut actually, because these are both like, well, they're here options. And so, but between the two, I'd much rather pick Carl's Jr. than Sonic. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap those two spots. And next we have Five Guys. Five Guys is very good. It's very, very good quality. It's also, funnily enough, the place that I found out that I can have stuff fried in peanut oil now. Because when I was a kid, I was so deathly allergic to peanuts that I couldn't even have things fried in peanut oil. Otherwise, I would break out and my throat would close. And I didn't know they fried their stuff in peanut oil until I was eating there one day with my mom, and she went, well, I guess you can have stuff fried in peanut oil now. Again, the thing is, though, is I just don't find myself going there that often. Like, when I do go there, I love it. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go here more. But I don't know. I just don't find myself wanting it too much. And granted, there's not one really super close to me. I have to drive to the other side of town, which I never really go to. So I guess under that logic, I should put too far away, but I just go ahead and put this tier as stuff I've never had. But honestly, just because they're so far away from me, I just don't find myself going to it. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the high B. Now, in terms of like food quality, I would put it in A, but off of like purchasability or like how often I actually go there, I gotta put it in B, unfortunately. And next we have Taco Bell. Now look, Taco Bell is probably what I've had the most out of all this list, except for Jack in the Box. But I love the Taco Bell. I was obsessed with it as a kid. The Baja Blast, the Quesarito. Oh my God, the Quesarito. Taco Bell, bring the fucking Quesarito back, please. It's not even a competition as to where this goes. This goes up in S tier for me. Like, it's so iconic. It's so good. There's so many options. It's so diverse. And I don't even really get the downside that people get. People say that Taco Bell gives them the screaming shits or whatever. I never really got that. I could eat it and be totally fine. So it's just an S tier for me. Dare I say better than Panda? It's better than Panda. Alright, next we have Dunkin' Donuts. I don't really have much experience with Dunkin' Donuts. I don't think I've ever gotten their donuts, but I have gotten some of their drinks, and it's alright. There's too much sugar, honestly. It's just too much sugar for me. And I never really want to go there. I just always end up there in a friend's car. So I gotta go ahead and put it in D. I would put it above Burger King, though, just because at least I would be happy to wind up here. Next we have Jamba Juice. No, I've never been to Jamba Juice itself, but I'm going to head and lump in Juice It Up. Now, I love Juice It Up. Juice It Up is great. There's one pretty much near my work, so I can go ahead and stop there on my way in. It's a pretty healthy snack. Obviously, it is a lot of sugar, and it depends on which one you get. But still, for the options, I don't find myself going there too much. And honestly, I don't even really consider it fast food. I consider it more of like a drink place. Maybe Jamba Juice has food. I really don't know. I've never been there. Actually, I might have been there one time. But I'm going to go ahead and go off and Juice It Up. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put it in B above Carl's Jr. just because, again, although I love it, I just never find myself going there too much. Now, next we have In-N-Out. Now, look, I love In-N-Out. In-N-Out is so great. I wish I could get it more. I really do. I really do. But as far as I'm aware, these things are only in California, and so I just don't get it that often. But however, when I do, I absolutely love it, and I always want more and more and more. It's going in S tier. Now, McDonald's. Now, McDonald's is the quintessential fast food place. When you think of fast food, you think of McDonald's. It's cheap, it's quick, it's honestly tastes good. I love the nuggets. I just had a Shamrock Shake the other day because they brought that back. I forgot how good those things are. Honestly, it's obvious it's got to go in A. It's not an S tier for me because I wouldn't prefer any of these other places to it, but it has to go in A. It's so iconic, it's so classic, so many memories as a kid with the Happy Meals and my grandmother and just so many good memories. I think I'm going to go ahead and put it above Chipotle. No. I'm going to go ahead and put it here below Chipotle just because Chipotle is healthier and I do like how it tastes better, but McDonald's is just so classic that you can't put it anywhere other than A. It should go in S tier. If we're being honest, it should. But it's just not as personal to me as these, so I'm going to go ahead and put an A above Wendy's. Now, lastly, we have Panera. Now, I never really liked Panera when I was younger, but as I've gotten older and gotten more aware of what I'm eating and trying to eat healthier, I like it a lot more. There's one next to my gym, and so I go there, pretty decently. I've gone there a couple times since it's opened, and honestly, it's really good. It's really healthy. I really have no complaints about Panera. Sometimes it can be a little expensive, I think, depending on what you get. Also, they have that lemonade that just like kills you, which I think is hilarious. Honestly, though, just off of like how much I would crave it or how much I would want it, I definitely would want Chipotle a lot more often than Panera. So I think I gotta go ahead and put it in B. But I think I will go ahead and put it below Five Guys, just because it is healthier and I do like it, and they do have some really good soups and some good sandwiches. Going in B. All right, so that is the definitive tier list. I'm gonna go ahead and make a couple adjustments right now to really lock in this ranking. So first off, in S tier, I'm gonna go ahead and move In-N-Out to the very front, because it's just so good. I just can't get it that often, unfortunately. Next, I think I'm going to move up Taco Bell just because of all the variety and the Baja Blast. So Baja Blast bumps it up a spot. Let's be real. Arby's and Panda, I think I'm fine leaving those. No, honestly, I'm going to go ahead and put Panda here because I do love Arby's, but I would prefer any of these other three. Just for that reason, it does get bottom of the list in S tier. Those are really the only adjustments I wanted to make, was rearranging S tier. Just because the order I got them in it made Arby's look like it was better than it is. Even though I like Arby's, I do recognize that's not the best place. That's why it's at the bottom of S tier. So with that, that'll go ahead and do it for this definitive fast food tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. If you disagree, I don't care, but still comment it down below. And if you agree, comment down below and praise me. I'll never turn that down. So I'll go ahead and do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Come back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12 p.m. for another video. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Goodbye.